Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Arcane Hulk here today, and today what I have for you is my fourth episode of my Advanced Warfare Ranked Playlist Definitive Guides. Today we are going to be covering Capture the Flag. Now, before we get into the meat of the video, what I want to talk to you about is the gameplay in the background. You're going to be seeing me start off in a 2v4 lobby. We're down one at the beginning of the game. It's still early. We have about three and a half minutes left in the game as soon as I join in. But it was a pretty difficult grind throughout the rest of this game. We started off 2-4, we were 3-4 for a while, then as soon as we got a fourth, he'd back out because we were losing. And it was kind of a rough experience to say the least. I was trying to be the sole objective and slayer on my team. My team, they were kind of trollish, they were trying to quick scope and snipe, and there was a bit of team killing that went on when I got the flag back to the base, but that's besides the point. I know people are going to troll, but the reason I included this gameplay is because I thought I played the position very well. I slayed out. I got the only flag cap we managed to get in the game. We lost 6-1. I'll just go and spoil that for you now at the beginning. But yeah, um, it's very short and spectacular. This is not fantastic gameplay. It's just, I got into a game, I did my job, and we still came out and lost. And I just want to be upfront with you guys about that. I hope you enjoy the gameplay regardless. Yeah, let's get right into the video. And real quick, I just want to apologize about my voice. For some reason, I wake up, I have like cold symptoms. I don't know why. It's a morning thing, I guess. I don't know. But I'll start off the same way I start off every video with a brief preface of what the game mode is. So Capture the Flag doesn't really need an explanation. In short, it is a classic game mode. It's been played for hundreds of thousands of years in various forms. And it's just one of those game modes that everybody's played or everyone's experienced in some way at some point in time. It's very tactical. It's a mind game. It really is, because you have to predict the enemy team's movements. You have to coordinate your movements, and you don't have to just get into the enemy base. You have to stay alive inside the enemy base and make it all the way back to yours, and you have to survive while doing it. So Capture the Flag, it's very mental. It's very hardcore. This is easily the most competitive game mode there is, in my opinion. Yeah, Search and Destroy is hardcore because it's suspenseful. But a one-man hero can make or break a search and destroy match. In Capture the Flag, that doesn't really happen. It's a much harder game. And same thing with Hardpoint. Hardpoint's very Slayer dependent, but still it doesn't have the same, you don't have to have the same, you don't have to have the same tactical know-how as you do for Capture the Flag. Alright, that pretty much explains Capture the Flag. Now let's get into the three main points, the three main categories of what makes Capture the Flag, or how to be a good Capture the Flag player. Starting off from this one being the most important in my opinion, is team communication and chemistry. Basically, how well do you guys call out, and how well do you know how each other plays. Number 2 is your objective player. He has to be basically the same requirements as Uplink. He has to know the maps, he has to know the safest routes, the quickest routes, the most effective routes, just basic stuff like that to stay alive, because if the objective player falls, then the Slayers have to step up even more, and the Slayers already have a hard enough job in this game mode. And number 3 is, of course, your Slayers. They are a very, very important role for every game mode, possibly the most important role in Call of Duty because of the respawn delay, and there will be a respawn delay coming to Hardpoint soon, so just make sure you get a few guys, their aim is true, they know what they're doing. They don't really have to be too great at calling out, but as long as they know where they're going and how to protect you, then they're perfect. Alright, and starting at number 1, which I believe is the most important facet to a Capture the Flag game, is team communication and chemistry. Team communication and chemistry I'll break down into. Communication is basically calling out. So for example, this guy right here running into Purple Lab, I could call him out if my teammates had mics, then they know, okay, he's probably going to either, if he doesn't get the kill, then he's going to be in lab, or he might go through one of the flank routes, he might run into the mid room or B-dom. It lets your teammates know where the enemies are, because there is no UAV in League play, and a lot of people do run suppressors. So gunfire is, you have to listen for it, you have to call it out, you just have to let your teammates know where people are. It'll really help you on your road to success, especially if you're an objective player. You want to call out as many people as you can, because generally the OBJ is going to be, he's going to be kind of sneaky, skulking around. He doesn't want to get noticed. But your Slayers are going to be the ones taking the grunt of the gunfights the most. So take care of your Slayers. They'll take care of you. You guys will get the caps. You guys will get the win. Next is chemistry. So team chemistry is very important. I don't ever recommend going into Capture the Flag without at least a 3-man team. Because, if you guys start losing, you're down in the dumps, people they go into, I guess you could call it, my buddy Fiend calls it hush mode, where they don't say anything. They're really quiet. They're down in the dumps. They can't really, they're so busy thinking of what to say or what to do next that they're just lost and they're overwhelmed. But when you're with a team, you kind of read each other. You know how this guy's gonna go. You know how he's gonna play. If he's quiet, he's gonna shift into this mode where he's just doing this, and you just have to communicate and you have to perform differently. And in a team with your friends that you know how each other reacts and how they operate, then that's very possible. With randoms, it's very hard. If you're a very skilled player, it's possible. But for example, me, I'm not very good at it. Gameplay in the background, you can tell I did well, but I didn't do great. I couldn't really carry as much as some other people can. All right, and number two, which I love talking about because it's my position on my team, is the objective player. Objective players are generally, they don't have the best gun skill, but they do have pretty good map knowledge, and they like to call out and coordinate. Make sure the team is going where they need to go, doing what they need to do, protecting them in the right way, so they can get that flag cap and get the points. Now, the objective player in this game mode is going to want to be quiet, and he's going to want to be fast. So your slayers are generally going to be the ones moving up, and they're going to create a line for you on the map. They're going to say, okay, these rooms are clear, you can move up through this side. You're going to run the flank every time just to make sure there's no one out there, getting behind you. And those are pretty much the only gunfights you have to win, are those gunfights on the flank. So if you're going to get the flag, or whenever you have the flag, just make sure you're ready to draw your weapon at a moment's notice. Don't get caught sprinting. If you have gung-ho, it kind of screws up your accuracy, but you could sprint more with that if you want, if that's your style. But I don't really recommend it too much. Just make sure that, ideally when you're coming back with the flag, you're going to want one teammate in front of you, one watching your sides, and one bringing up the rear. The guy in front of you dies, you guys know, okay, do I want to go straight through with my other slayers, or do I want to flank around, try to get behind him because I know he's the only guy there? The OBJ has to make calls like that. It's kind of up to them. They, with a little bit of luck, a little bit of map knowledge, a little bit of player reading, they can do very, very well. But that's pretty much it for the objective player. Just make sure that if you are the OBJ, again, just to recap, you're fast, you're quiet, you're calling out, you know where your teammates are, and you have a good idea of where the enemy team is. Alright, and number three, last but not least, we have the Slayers. One of the most important aspects of this game mode, for one simple reason, one reason only, is because of the respawn delay. So for those of you who don't know, Capture the Flag does have a respawn delay of 5 seconds. So every time someone dies, they have to wait 5 seconds before they even get the option to respawn. So if your guys can kill people faster than they can respawn, then that just leaves more time for you to get an easy cap and just run straight through to your base. That's another way of capping the objective. You get the flag, your guys kill all 4 people, and then you just have a free straight shot running straight to your base. Not really advisable, but it is possible, especially if you're going up against a scrub mode team. And I don't want to talk smack, but like my teammates are playing right now, they're kind of going scrub mode on me. But yeah. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you learned something. If not, let me know how you play Capture the Flag. If I missed any key points or major tactics, anything like that, I'd really like to know. You really help me be learning more and help me get even better. But yeah guys, Season 1 of Rank Play is starting up very, very soon. I think it's post MLG Columbus, so be on the lookout for a more restricted pool of game modes and rotations. I don't think it's implemented yet because Momentum is still in the playlist, so that could be updated any time, probably around this Friday or so, maybe afterwards, December 1st, something like that, whenever the season ends and starts. But yeah, future plans for this channel are I want to be covering new breakout routes. So for example, this map on Search and Destroy, a good place to rush at the beginning of the map would be from here to here. Or you can get a good side on bomb at the very beginning from running here to here. A good quick cap method would be from starting here, rushing around this side. Stuff like that. It's going to be kind of OBJ and fast-paced oriented. So if you're a camper, or if you're one of those guys who likes to, patrol areas and they kind of stay in one section of the map, then it's probably not going to be for you. This is going to be for the guys who like those high adrenaline, high fast-paced, moments where you're gung-ho, gun draw, so you can draw faster, get those shots and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Destiny content. I do have a Destiny gameplay video saved from the Iron Banner. I probably want to talk over that one in some kind of commentary form. Don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'm thinking of some plans. And as soon as Dark Below comes out, I will be streaming that and posting gameplay of it. But yes, thank you again for watching. I know I ramble on a lot in all these videos. Thank you for excusing my sick voice and my subpar gameplay, but your support means a lot to me. Thank you again.